What is going on, guys? Welcome to episode number 10 of the Outcasts. Sorry it's been a few days since episode number 9. As I mentioned in my Win One Take One videos, which you can see every day by the way, I'm in the middle of moving house right now, and the Win One Take One videos are easier to make. Like, they take less time than the PSG ones, so I've been focused on that while I've been in the process of moving house. But anyway, this is what the league table looked like at the end of the season. I played right through after that last match, and we lost and we drew in our last 5 matches, but we ran away with the league, 17 points clear in the end. It wasn't really a challenge, and it could have been a lot better because I don't think we played well at all. I'll go in and look at the fixtures. So what happened last time was it was this live country against Guingamp, or however you say that, and we drew 1-1. Then we played well against Caen, beat them 5-0, pretty dominant performance there. Then I did want to live commentate this one, but we did actually get beat in the semi-final. So I was going to commentate the final, if we got there, but obviously we didn't. And Saint Etienne, the team that I can't seem to beat. Honestly, I think I beat them once this season. So let's see, Saint Etienne, we drew with them there, lost on penalties in the League Cup. Where are we? We drew with them in the league. I thought we beat them. I think I'm probably missing one. Oh well, but yeah, we just can't seem to beat them. I've no idea why. It's actually quite annoying. It's quite funny though at the same time, because they're not doing too well in the league, but they've knocked me out of both cups, so what can you do? We then played Bordeaux and we lost this one 2-0. We were pushing forward towards the end of the match, and we actually conceded a penalty, so it gave them like an extra bit of like an extra cushion really, and the result was I wasn't going to pull it back from there. So then we played Rennes, beat them 1-0. A late goal through Augustin, one of our up-and-coming youngsters. Then we played Esegio, who are actually bottom of the league, I think. Well, they're certainly down there. I think they were actually bottom. And Matuidi got sent off after 16 minutes, but we still managed to pick up the win, which is a great victory for us. In the grand scheme of things, it doesn't really mean much, but it just shows that we've got quite a solid squad there. Then the last game of the season we played Nantes, and it was a boring 0-0 draw. So we'll go into the league table. Yeah, Esegio at bottom, Caen, the team that beat 5-0, also go down. Angers go down as well. In terms of, I think the top 3 is Champions League, so Nice get in the Champions League, or it might be a qualifier, and then Montpellier and Bordeaux get into the Europa League. I think that's how it works. But we'll look at the expectations. Win the league, 62%, quite good. Champions League, reached the semi-final, 50%. Just going into the Champions League, actually, Barcelona actually won it. They beat Bayern Munich in the final, as you can see right there. It might take a while for it to load up. So to go out, we did put up quite a competitive display against Barcelona. So to go out to the team that eventually won it, it's not too bad, I suppose. We were very, very unlucky with the draw, especially after winning our group. Then in the Coupe de France, 28% the board weren't happy that we got knocked out in the semi-final. They wanted us to win. They don't care about the League Cup and Trophy of the Champions, which we did actually win. They were slightly happy about it, but it wasn't too great. And I was actually worried that I was going to get sacked, but as you saw in the last episode, I did actually get a new contract with a massive transfer budget. And that leads me to where I want to go now with in terms of my tactics. I want to play like total football, tiki-taka football. So I went out and signed Eden Hazard. I've already signed him. It was 93 million. Yeah, it was a lot, all up front. But I've got a big transfer budget, so why not? And that's it really. I still need to work out who I'm going to lose between Di Maria, Verratti and Aurier, who are my highest rated players in each position. So if you don't know already, it's out of my defenders and goalkeeper, whoever gets the highest rated goes into the pot. Midfielders between these 3 are any other centre midfielders in my squad. So it was actually Verratti out of Verratti, Pogba, Matuidi, Thiago Motta, Pastore. Verratti was the highest rated. I really don't want to lose Verratti. And out of these three positions, which was usually Di Maria on this side, Ibra and Cavani, although like Lavezzi, Lucas, they played as well, but Di Maria got the highest rating. We'll just take a look at Di Maria's stats because they were incredible. He got 36 assists. So it would be hard to lose him, but at the same time he's 28, so it's not too bad. Verratti, I've taken a bit of a risk. He wanted a new contract. He was only on 55,000 a week, and Man City have been putting in a couple of bids for him. But I gave him a new 5-year contract, hoping that he's not the one that we lose, basically. Because if you don't know, I'm going to put all three into the randomizer. It's the same randomizer that I use for Win One Take One. So it'd be Di Maria, Verratti, and Aurier. Obviously, I'd rather lose Aurier out of those three. And then the player that actually gets selected, I can't use them for the rest of this series. I can't sell them either. They've got to rot in my reserve, like in my reserves. They can't play, and I have to like manage like my team. I've got to manage their unhappiness, and like see how it affects like the team morale and stuff. So we'll head into the randomizer right now, and we'll see which player we are actually going to lose. I suppose this is the catch of this series. It's like everything can't go like too well. We're playing as PSG. We'll win the league easily. Not doing too well in Europe, so there has to be a catch really, because we can't just go dominating the league with like no catches. So Aurier, Di Maria, Verratti. Which player are we going to lose for the rest of this series? It is Di Maria. I did sign Hazard, so it's not the end of the world. I'd rather have both of them, but Di Maria, as I just showed you, he has 36 assists. I'm happy I didn't lose Verratti because I've just given him like a massive new contract. And yeah, so we'll head back into FM now and we'll take it from there. I've just noticed Di Maria actually has an injury. I wonder how bad it is. 2 to 3 weeks, it's not bad at all. Di Maria, you're going to have to go, I'm afraid, but I don't know what I've just done there. Removed from position, and he can't play for us. What I could do, because I do actually have the in-game editor enabled, but I haven't used it once. I could give Di Maria like a long-term injury, but I'm not actually going to do that. I want to see how he reacts that he's not playing. Because obviously bids are going to come in for him. He's wanted by 2 clubs. Real Madrid want him back, and Man United want him back as well. But I can't actually sell him. He's worth 44 million. That's hard. I could have sold him for a lot of money. So at the moment, I'll probably bring in Cavani to play on the right again. And then I want to get a new striker, because Ibrahimovic, will take a look at him. His stats are starting to go down. Well, some of them have gone down. Some have actually gone up, which I'm quite surprised about. But yeah, 34. He'll be 35 by the time the season ends. Next season, sorry. And I'm not sure whether to have him as a substitute or if he's still good enough for me to start him for the entire season. We'll take a look at his stats though. He got 33 goals for us in 46 matches, 24 in the league. So it's not too bad. So penalties, he got 6. I think that means he missed 4 penalties. That is ridiculous. I'll have to definitely take him off being my penalty taker. And I think Hazard will actually be my new penalty taker, to be honest. Where's his stats? 19, 15 composure. Yeah, I think he'll probably be my penalty taker for now. I don't know. He's on 250,000 a week, which is obviously a lot. But for this position up front, I tried to sign somebody massive, but it didn't work out. And you can actually see it down here. Messi, we made his release clause of 179 million, but he didn't want to talk to us. And what I did do is, you can ask like their friends to get them to sign. So I asked Pastore to try and convince Messi to join us, but it didn't work. So what I'm going to do for the rest of this transfer window is still try and sign him. So I'm going to put in another bid now and just hope that somehow he changes his mind. Because 179 million, I think that's a good deal. So we'll do that. It's got to be accepted because it meets his release clause. What I'm actually going to do is I'm going to go into Barcelona and check all their other players' release clauses. I know I tried to sign Neymar, but he wasn't really too interested. I thought, set for a release, I don't want to see that. I want to see his release clause. Here we are. Neymar's is 152. I'm actually going to try it, and I might try Suarez as well. So we'll make an offer. What was it, 152? See, I think it's worth it. I think Neymar is fantastic on this game. Suarez as well, we'll put a bid in for him. Make an offer. He is 143. See, I like Barcelona. Like, obviously that's excessive. It's like a lot more than like the world record transfer. But like Cristiano Ronaldo's is like 700 million, which is pretty stupid. So obviously I mentioned in my tactics that I want to start playing like tiki-taka football, like dominating, like total football. And what better team to sign players from to do that than Barcelona, I suppose. Is there anyone that's got like a stupidly low release clause? Douglas, Sergi Samper is only 30 million. Let's see if he's good. He was excellent on FM 14 and 15. I might have to scout him. Dani Alves is getting too old. Mathieu, Vidal, Sergi Roberto, 40.5. Rakitic is 59. He might be a bit too old. I think. Well, he's 28. He's in his prime, I suppose. How about if we try and sign Iniesta? Probably not a chance. He is 32 though. Look at that technical and vision. That is stupid. But anyway, what I'm going to do, guys, I've put the bids in for those players, obviously. But what I'm going to do is skip until the start of the season, and I'll round up my transfers, and we'll take it from there, basically. So this is sort of like a season review / season preview episode. We've already seen the review part. Next part will be the preview to the actual season, where I'll go through all my tactics and all my new signings. So I'll be right back in 1 second. So I've played quite a bit ahead, and as you can see, it's the 25th of August, and obviously I've made 4 signings. I know the one that you want to see first is Alvaro Arbeloa. Literally, I just want to cover for my right back, because I remember Aurier got injured a few times last season, and I would have to push Marquinhos out to right back, or even sometimes I was playing Maxwell there as well. It wasn't really too great, so I thought I might as well get him. He's on a 1-year contract. He's got decent defensive stats, marking, tackling. He'll be able to get forward a little bit. He's not great going forward though, but he should be good enough cover for us, and he should be able to do a job, as they say. The next signing, before I talk about these big signings, I wanted to, obviously you already know about Eden Hazard, but then I was saying that I wanted to get Neymar or Messi. I tried my best, but they just wouldn't come. So I decided to go and get Eden Hazard. Then once we found out that Di Maria was the outcast, I wanted another winger, and we went out and got Gareth Bale for 100 million. He's just... What can you say about him, really? It's a lot of money, but it might be worth it if he can deliver the goods for us. Chances are one of these massive free signings, chances are I can use them for 1 season, and then they'll be outcast. So we signed Bale for 100 million. It was just 100 million straight up, just because I've got like a massive transfer budget. And obviously Ibra's getting a bit old now, so I wanted to bring in a striker. I tried getting Suarez, and we actually got to the point where we could offer Suarez a contract. He would actually listen to us, but then he went and actually signed a contract extension at Barcelona, so I couldn't get him. So I turned my attention to Sergio Aguero instead, and obviously he's got great stats, and he'll definitely be good in our team. You might have noticed that on some of the players, there's actually some league stats there. I have actually played a couple of matches in the league, but I'll talk about that in just a second. We did change tactics. I said that I would talk about it. I wanted to play like a tiki-taka Barcelona style, and this is what I came up with. I planned on having my fullbacks as complete wing backs, but I decided fullback attack's enough really. Like both my players are comfortable there. In fact, Dinya's there because who is it? Because I was actually injured once again. He was injured for quite a lot last season. Now for 2 to 3 weeks at the moment. I did have 2 ball playing midfielders, but I decided to have Thiago Silva remain as a ball playing defender. Sorry, I'm sure I just said midfielders. Ball playing defender, and then I selected Zuma as a centre back, central defender, stopper. I think that what's he called? Marquinhos will probably be a starter for us. I think he's just had an injury or something, because that's why he wasn't even in my squad. So that's how I want him or Marquinhos to play as the stopper. Matuidi will carry on being a defensive midfielder support. Then we've got Verratti and Pogba, they're staying the same as well. Bale would play here as an inside forward attack, I believe. I can't remember. I'll just check actually. As you can see, Bale's got a little bit of an injury. Yeah, I played him in the inside forward attack. Yeah, that's how I played him. Hazard a wing attack and Aguero as a complete forward, which he's decent. I'm not great, but I like playing the complete forward player role. Besides, my team shape is fluid. Now, I was toying with the idea of changing it to very fluid, but I think that might be a bit too soon in this kind of formation. I might just ease into it, really. Lower tempo. It just means that we can pass it around a bit more. Dribble less means we will pass it around more as well. I thought I had this on narrow. It's actually on balanced, but I think I'll go fairly narrow for that, so that Hazard and Bale will cut inside and then look for the overlap. So these fullbacks attack will overlap on each side. Play out defence, that remains the same from last season. We're going to try and retain possession. I tried going on short passing, and it didn't really work for us in the Super Cup. So I changed it to mixed. I'm going to go on standard to start off most matches. I'll talk about the Super Cup where I started off on attacking in just a moment, and I had to make some tactical changes because it didn't work being on attacking basically. But if you just look at the stats, Hazard's got 5 goals in 5 games. Aguero's got 3 in 5, 2 assists. Bale's only played in two of the matches, but he's got himself 1 goal. But I might as well just talk about the fixtures. Yeah, I was on the right one to begin with. So pre-season, nothing really to talk about. We lost to Man City, but I don't manage any of the pre-season matches, so nothing really to talk about. This is the game that I was talking about though. The Trophy de Champions. We fell behind to Marseille at 22 minutes. We did start off on attacking, and they sat back and countered us, and Diaby got the goal on the 22nd minute. But then we changed things around, and we got our just desserts, just rewards, and turned it around to win 2-1. Bale and Aguero getting the goals for us. Then I wanted to play a few games in the league so that I could see how this formation was going, because we started off with 3 relatively easy opponents, you would say, and then Lyon away, which would be a tough one. So in the league, great start in this match. We were 2-0 up after 10 minutes. Hazard scored 2 penalties. He was actually fouled for both of those penalties as well. But our new penalty taker, replacing Ibra, got himself 2 goals there. Pogba scored and Pastore scored when he came off the bench as well. Then we played Orient. Now, I think it said that we didn't beat them at all last season. It rings a bell that I read that before the match started. But once again, we had a lightning start. Scored 2 goals after 10 minutes once again. None were penalties this time. Aguero, Lucas and Hazard. Because I got the injury in that match. But look, my fullbacks, 9 ratings for both of them. I didn't actually notice that at the time. I've literally just noticed that now, but that's fantastic. Aguero getting a 9 as well. So then we go forward to the match against Guingamp, where I should mention actually, for all of these matches so far, I didn't realise that Marquinhos is actually away for the Olympics, and what's he called? Kurt Zuma is injured, so I had Thiago Silva, and then I had to play Alvaro Arbeloa at centre back, which he can't do. I got away with it in the first 3 matches, but in this match he was run ragged. He ended up getting, he conceded the foul for the penalty, then he actually got sent off later in the match. But then even with 10 men, we managed to get the draw. We weren't actually pushing forward towards the end, and we could have stalled that one. But then we were still unbeaten. It's kind of my aim for this season to be unbeaten in the league. I wonder if it's at all possible, like in the future, to win every single match. I know I can't do it already this season because I've already dropped points, but imagine winning every single league game. That'd be ridiculous. But anyway, we played Lyon away. This is when I actually changed my formation in between these two. So here was my normal possession-based game where I played 2 ball-winning defenders, complete wing-backs, and I didn't really change my team instructions too much. But then I went in, changed my player instructions, so I had a centre-back who was a stopper, I changed my complete wing-backs to full-backs attack, and it paid off fantastically for us. 2 goals were quite late on, so you could say it kind of flattered us a little bit. They got a red card in the 88th minute, so it didn't really affect it. But Hazard getting 2 goals and Aguero as well, so a fantastic victory for us. But Lyon haven't actually started the season too well. We'll go in and look at the league table actually. You can actually, we're told we need to win the league this season, reach a semi-final of the Champions League, which I'm pretty sure that was the same as last season. They want us to win the French Cup, which I need to do because I sucked last season. Now they don't care about the League Cup, but I want to win that. I want to get a domestic treble this season, and if we get to the Champions League semi-final, that'd be great. Then the Trophy of Champions, obviously we've already won that, but it's not important. Saint Etienne, the team that we just can't seem to beat, have had a 100% start. Lyon are down in 19th. Terrible start for them. So there's not really too much to talk about. Who was the team that got promoted? Troyes got promoted, Le Havre got promoted, and Dijon? I can't remember. It might be Dijon. They're doing really well if they've just got promoted. But to end this episode, I didn't want to do a live commentary in this episode because I didn't really want to do a season review / season preview and have a match at the end of the preview episode. But what I'm going to end this on is the Champions League group stage draw. So we'll see who we get. Last season we had quite an easy group, but we struggled to finish first. And then obviously we got Barcelona in the first knockout round, who, like, for some reason they finished second in their group. Bayer Leverkusen finished ahead of them, and Barcelona did actually go on to win the entire competition. So we'll see who we can get now. Man United are in with Real Madrid. Oh, we've got a big team here. There's Arsenal, Atletico, or Dortmund. I'd rather play Dortmund, I think. We get Atletico, that's great. I didn't want to get Arsenal, but that was a horrible choice there. Who are the other ones? Like Leverkusen, Schalke, Benfica. So we'll go in and do the third seeds. I do all the ones first. Inter in that group. That is definitely the group of death. So we can get PSV, Olympiacos, or Dynamo Kiev. I'll go for PSV so we don't have to travel so much. I know Greece isn't that far away from France, but obviously the Netherlands is closer. And are they based in Ukraine, Dynamo Kiev? I should really know Kiev, really. Alright, yeah, Ukraine, I was right all along. I felt really stupid there for a second. We'll just see who we get. And we do get Kiev, the team that I didn't want, really, because I'm going to have to travel a lot there. But the fourth seeds, Fenerbahce, that group is horrible. Anderlecht, Steaua Bucharest, I think that is. And then Celtic. We'll just see who we get. Anderlecht, that's not too bad. We don't have to travel too far. And it's a team that it will be competitive, but we should beat them. So there we are. This is the group stage. We'll look through all of them. Juventus, Man City, Zenit, Monaco. That is a good group as well. Monaco, they're probably my closest rivals in the league, but they're not good at all. So I think they'll finish bottom of that group, to be honest. Although I don't think Zenit are too great either. Got Chelsea, Leverkusen, Milan, Ajax. Another strong group, you've got to say. These two will go through, Chelsea and Leverkusen. Barca, Schalke, Basel, and Victoria Pilsen. Yeah, once again, these two teams will go through the top two seeds. Barcelona get an easy group this year, so they should finish top. Bayern, Benfica, Sevilla, and Red Bull Salzburg. Yeah, you would say Bayern and Benfica, but Sevilla will probably run Benfica quite close. Real Madrid, Man United, Inter, and Fenerbahce. Now, I hope somehow that Real Madrid get knocked out here, but I don't think they will. I think, these two will go through. Fenerbahce will finish bottom. Then there's my group. I think that we'll finish top. I was just thinking like how it's set out is like in each group it's the top seed first and the second, third and fourth. We were the top seeds in our group, but Atletico are first. I don't understand that. Maybe it's just ranked by the coefficient and somehow Atletico have got a higher coefficient, but then I don't know why they went in pot one. I don't understand it, but I think we'll finish first in this group. I think we'll pick up enough points against these two. So I think we'll get 12 points against these two. In fact, I'll say 10 because I think we'll draw against Dinamo Kiev away. I think that'll be quite hard. So 10, then I think we'll beat them at home 13, maybe draw away 14. Yeah, I think we'll finish first. Atletico will obviously finish second. This one, Dortmund will go through, then it could be any one of these three. There's not really much in them. Arsenal, Porto, PSV, and Steaua Bucharest. Yeah, Arsenal and Porto, I would say. But that is it for this episode. Thank you for watching. I know it's been a while since there was the Outcast episode. They do take longer to make, as I mentioned, than my Win One Take One episodes. So you just have to deal with it, I guess. Although once I move into my new flat, I will have a lot more time to play FM and record. Like where I was living earlier, I couldn't record at night, or if people are in the house, then I can't record. But now that I'm living alone, then it's fine. I can record whenever I want. In terms of the next league match, the live commentary, we'll do Monaco at home, I think. Depending on what this Champions League group stage match is. If I continue, it might tell us. But I think it's worth seeing. I'd like to do the Monaco match, but if it's Atletico first, I might do that instead. See if it will just show us now. Yeah, it's Atletico away, so that'll be really hard. In fact, I don't want to do it because it's only in 2 matches time basically. I think I'll do Monaco, where Atletico, if we probably play them in the last game of the group stage. No, we don't actually. I'll do Monaco. I'll stop rambling and I'll end the episode. Thank you so much for watching. Please like and subscribe. Please spread the message of my videos. My channel's been growing quite a lot lately. It's actually mental. Obviously, I only started uploading on the 1st of January, so to have the number of subscribers that I do at the moment, it's quite good. It makes me even more motivated to make my videos. So thank you guys for watching, and I'll see you next time.